So what I'll do first, I'll run Ospf here. Before that, I'll make a connectivity between your AS and your ISP. So I'll not run any routing protocol over here. I'll run just a default router and a static. Okay. So first I'll configure my ISP device. So my ISP has an IP address of interface fast Ethernet 0/0 70.0.0.10. I'm writing default route from both the ends. Okay. So 70 dot, yep,
Subnet mask default routers.
32. I'm giving 32 subnet mask. Okay. Okay. Show IP route or static route. Now an R3. Fast Ethernet 0/0, not fast Ethernet. Serial 0/0. Moves down. I did the same mistake on that side. 70.0.0.3. Okay. IP route. Seventy dot 0.0.10. So IP route. I have the protocol is not at top. Why? I didn't specify the IP address on ISP side. Show IP interface. Done. What I have to do? I have to remove the IP address from this interface and I have to configure it on serial interface. How to remove IP address? If you want to remove any configuration from an interface, give default interface fast Ethernet 0/0. This will remove all the configuration from that interface. Okay, but the protocol will not go down. It will remove all the configuration on that interface. Okay, either you can get inside that interface and you can give no IP address, or you can do this. It's up to you. Interface serial 0/0. Clock rate 64,000. IP address 70.0.0.10. Clear? Now the interface will go up. So IP route, I'll get the static now. Let's try pinging from R3. Ping 11.11.11.11 source, not source. See? I'm able to reach my ISP. Got it? Any doubt? What I'll do now, I'll configure router 1, IP address. Interface fast Ethernet 0/0. IP address 192.1. Okay, I'll make it as 168. Or 160. 192.1.168.2. 1.168.1.258.255.255.0. I'm not going to create any loop back right now. Let it create later. We finished R1. Now on R2. Config T interface fast Ethernet 0/0, no shutdown, IP address 192.1.168.2. On R3, one 92.1.168.3. Now on R4. Fast Ethernet 0/0, no shutdown, IP address 192.1.168.4. Clear? Now what I'll do, I'll run Ospf. So instead of typing the commands on each and every device, I'll write it on a notepad and I'll paste it. Router Ospf 1 network 192.1.168. This is what we have to type on all the devices. I'll paste it on router 1 first. Okay. Then is there any error? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Area. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. R2, R3, R. They have to come up. So IP interface. Administratively down. I didn't give no shutdown. Fast Ethernet 0/0, no shutdown. R1, no shutdown.
Sending the IP address.
R3, then now. That's all. See? Now they are forming neighbor relations. Okay? Show IP Ospf. See who is my DR and who is my BDR. Because he is having the higher order. Right? He is having the.
It has chosen according to the manual.
Yeah, I'll show that. Show IP Ospf process. Ospf 1. See, this is a Ospf route ID for this device. So type the same command. The route ID for this device will be 160.4, which is higher than this one. That's why he's a DR. See, even in this device. So IP Ospf. Who is DR? I'm router 3. I'm BDR. That's why I'm not showing any BDR in my neighbor list. Okay. So I'm maintaining. What about? We'll check on router 1. Show IP Ospf neighbor. See, I am maintaining two-way state with my DR, but I am maintaining a full state with my DR and BDR. But my DR and BDR will maintain full state with all the devices, even if it's a DR or a BDR or DRL. Done? Any doubt? Clear? Okay. What I'll do now, You know that the election has finished and they selected the best device as a DR and BDR. What if I want to make this device as DR and this device as BDR R2? What I can do? You have different options. One is you can change the priority or using a route routing. So what I'll do, first we'll play with route routing. We'll play with route routing. I'll make this routers loopback address has 100.1.1.1, 200.1.2.2.2, and I'll leave them as it is. Shall we do that? What I'll do now, I'll go to router 1, interface loopback 0, IP address 100.1.1.1. Okay. Now router 2, he'll become DR now. Interface loopback 0, R2, then R3, R4, finish R3. See, we changed the loopbacks. Now it should take loopback address as their route ID because loopback interface is given more priority, more preference than your physical interface while selecting your router ID dynamically. Okay. Show IP OSPF 1. No, your router ID is not changed. Why? Because already election has completed and it's working fine. Again, the OSPF process has to restart. Then only it will select the correct one. So what is the command? Clear IP OSPF process. It will ask yes or no. You have to type yes. Hit enter. Same on R4. Then R3. Then on R2. Okay. Or you can reload the device. But this is recommended. Got it? Now I'll check. Show IP OSPF major. See, who's my DR? Again, he's my DR. Dot 4. Let's check. Who's my BDR? See? It's coming up one by one. DR BDR. It's same. Why? Why it's same? What? Okay, what I'll do, I'll write it, I'll save the configurations, and I'll give a reload. Let's check. I'm giving a reload command. Let the device reload. Did you see that? Now it's purple. What I told you yesterday. For an address to be a router ID, it's not mandatory that it should be advertised under Ospf. I told you, right? Previously it didn't go. Why? Because we had to clear our Dr and Bdr first. Whenever you want to clear something, first clear Dr and Bdr. Okay? And Dr other. R1. 100.1. 200 will be Dr and Bdr. Sorry. There will be Dr other. With whom? Because I am Bdr. Dr and Bdr will be in full state with Dr others. If you check it on R3 or R4, show IP Ospf neighbor. They are Dr and Bdr, so I will maintain full state with Dr and Bdr. Only two Dr others will have two states. Clear? Got it? Okay. We got to know about one method. We have one more method. We can manually give router ID command. It will be given higher preference when compared to your dynamic. Router ID. It's selecting the router ID dynamically, right? What if we give it? It will be given more preference using the command router ID. How to give that? First we'll select which device to become Dr. Now I want R1 to become Dr. R2 to become R3 to become Bdr, and R2, R4 Dr others. Okay. So what I'll do now? I'll give router ID of this R1 has some higher value. I'll give just a minute. So let's make a router ID like I'll take 10.0.0.0 here 9, okay, or this one will be 9 because this one I want to be a Bdr, okay, then 8 here, 7 here, router ID. Why I'm selecting lower address? Because I want to show you that even if your physical interface or loopback interface has higher higher address and compared to your router ID, it will give first preference to your router ID. So it will select the best among your router ID command. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll make 10.0.0.1 as a router ID here. This will be 9.0.0.1. Okay. This will be 8.0.0.1. Seven dot 0.0.1. These are my router IDs. Clear? Any doubt? Shall we do that? Now one. Router Ospf 1 under router configuration mode. The command will be router ID and enter this. Hit enter. Okay. See, it's showing allow. We have to restore or clear the Ospf process. We'll clear the Ospf process. No issues. Router Ospf 1 router ID will be 8.0.0.1 on R2. On R3. Router ID so router Ospf 1 router ID will be for 3 9.0.0.1. Now R4 router Ospf 1 router ID 7.0.0.1. Now, if you clear DR and BDR, that's enough. Why? If there is no DR and BDR, the election will happen again. So there is no need for clearing it on all over. But you should do. Why? Because you want to change your what is that route ID. Now the route ID for these devices is different. So if you want to change it, you have to clear it. Got it? So what I'll do, I'll clear R4 and R2 first. Clear IP Ospf process. R2. R3. R1. Show IP Ospf neighbor. Let's check. See, the neighbor ID is changed. The route ID command has changed the previous route ID. Now, who will be my DR? Sorry, BDR 9.0.0.1 address. See, the priority is set to 1, which means election is happening. See, who is my BDR? 9. Is it correct? Yeah. He should be my BDR and he is BDR. And what about DR? Who will be my DR? Show IP Ospf of neighbor. R1 should be my DR. Is it correct? Yeah, correct. So this is how router ID takes more preference. Even if you don't want to select DR, BDR based on router IDs, you want to solely select a DR and solely select a BDR, you can do that. If you don't want that election to happen again, if you, for example, if you want what is it, R4 to be DR and R2 to be BDR, and you don't want these devices to be DR or BDR, even if they go down, what do you do now? You'll use a priority command. Using priority, you can throw them out of this election process, and you can set the highest priority, the maximum priority for this guy and the second maximum priority for this guy, so that he will become DR and BDR. Shall we try that? So what we'll do, we'll make R4 as DR and R2 as BDR by setting the higher priority, and will not let these guys to become DR and BDR at any case. Shall we do that? First we'll go to R4. Under the interface, there is an interface level command, priority. IP Ospf priority. See, the maximum is 255. Default is 1, which you saw. And 0 is, what does 0 mean? No, default is 1. 0 means they are not eligible to take part in election. Okay, so I'll make 255, the maximum one here. Now on R3, interface faster than 0/0, IP Ospf priority 254, the second highest priority. And the other two devices, R1, IP Ospf priority set to 0. Okay, and then R2, IP Ospf priority 0. Okay, see now, show IP OSPF neighbor. Who become DR? There is no need to clear. He is my DR right now, but he will not be. He should not be DR actually.
You should not do because we got 254.
Yeah, it's 254. R4 should be DR, right? So what I'll do, I'll clear R2. Is it R2? No. It should be R3, right? Yeah, we'll clear it. Clear IP OSPF process. Now let's see. Now I'll go to R1 or any other device. Show IP OSPF neighbor. Will be my DR. The exact one with 255 priority. And BDR, the guy with the priority of 254. Got it? What if these two guys goes down? What I'll do, I'll make DR other to go down. Shall I do that? What I'll do, I'll cut this link. Which one? Who is my DR? Sorry, BDR. R3, right? R3 is my BDR. Yeah, this guy is my O. Where is my BDR?
BDR is
See, 7 dot. So which means R3.
yes, 7.0.1.
No, it's R4. R4 is my BDR. Why it's happening like this again? See again,
Stating BDR.
he should be the DR, right?
First, it has stated DR, right?
Yeah,
Then
it's due to some simulation error. What I'll do, I'll save everything and I'll give a redo. I'll give a redo. Now let's see what happens. Let's see now. I'll go to R1, show IP OSPF neighbor. See, now it's proper. Here's my DR and here's my BDR. Got it? Any doubt? Clear? Done? Okay. What I'll do, who's my DR? Sorry, who's my BDR?
So DR अगर तो show कर रहा है.
Not DR other. He'll show that DR other, but he is not eligible to participate in that election. If these two guys go down, no one will be DR or BDR. The election will not happen again.
In case if it is like priority हमने set नहीं करी होती और वो रहता in the election.
हाँ.
So in that case, if it is goes down like DR and BDR, so वो election में
Exactly.
as a DR
Exactly.
and BDR.
Exactly. Same. Done? What I'll do, I'll bring this guy down. Who is this guy? 9.0. The R3. I'll remove this. Or I'll shut down that interface. Shut down. See now? No one is going to be a new BDR. Actually, you should go down. Let's see. R3. Yeah, now it is expired. See now, there is no BDR. If we didn't set that priority to 0, he can take part in that election and he can become BDR. Correct? This is the difference between your setting up your priority and your route riders. So we'll stop here. So you have to practice it.